Hello. Excuse me there. Pardon me. Hello, family. My name is Jerry Patterson. If you're watching my videos, you know by now I'm the one they call Animal. Today is Wednesday, January the 16th, 2019. It's about 10:30 at night, and I am doing this selfie style, and what I'm doing is I'm calling this part 4 of the Trail of Tears, the real truth about being homeless in Arizona. This is going to be my 4th segment, and tonight I'm under a bridge. I'm in a drainage wash that you'll be able to see very recently with all the rain we've been having. You can see the light behind me. This is the tunnel that I'm standing in. That is in the back there in the distance is the exit on one side. There's a walking path down there. As I turn around, this wall behind me, my bike's behind me, and then out this end of the bridge, you'll see the lake behind me. That if you can see the water as we get out here, this place was, I'm not very good at this, so I'm trying to get this without getting in the way, but behind me, I don't know what you can see, but that's the ground a little bit and the lake water behind me. Helicopter coming right now. I'm walking back under the bridge. He's gonna fly around. I don't know if he spotted me or not. If he did, I'm sure they'll send units down here to find out what I'm doing. The reason I'm here is to make this video, and I came under the bridge here because it cuts down some of the noise, and I want you to be able to hear me and what I have to say as opposed to the traffic noise. If you watch my first couple of videos, I was out in the middle of fast-moving traffic, and there's one commenter said, get a better mic. Well, it wasn't about a better mic. Sure, it's a cheap throwaway cell phone that's being videotaped on, but it's about the ambient traffic noise that's going on around you. The point I was trying to show with that is what it's like, how hard it is to hear and communicate when you're stuck inside that noise literally 24 hours a day. So this is the tunnel, there's the light. That paper that you may see on the wall behind me is a document. I doubt I'll be able to get where you can read it, but it's, if you can, that's a document from court that I had today in Scottsdale Court, where I won my motion, where we asked the judge and the prosecutor to vacate part of the plea agreement that I was in. I'm walking out of the bridge, and you can't see what I'm seeing, but it looks into the park. Now I'm going to turn around, and maybe you can see out behind me the traffic noise. Just a little bit ago, you talk about never a dull moment, I was right here, right above me on the bridge. There was a accident with a bicycle. A guy was coming down the sidewalk. Someone left a scooter, and those rent-a-scooters in the middle of the sidewalk. He hit it and wrecked. I heard him yell, and you know, I know plenty of first aid or whatever. I went to go see if I could be of assistance, and as soon as I walked out the bridge right there behind me, the scooter came flying over the bridge, damn near hit me in the fucking head. And he saw me, he said, oh my God, I'm sorry. I said, no, it's cool. No, it's cool. I just heard you. Are you okay? Are you okay? And he tore up his knee. He's got some knee injuries, and some road rash. So now I'm going down to the other end of the tunnel I'm in. I'm here by myself, and I'm going to take you out and show you the other two tunnels that are next door. If you can see, that's the wall coming out of the one we just came in. This is a big one here. There you go. And then one behind it there. Turning around, there's the water behind me. Now it goes away. But this is where I'm at, and the reason that I'm here is because I've been telling people for a long time that there's new videos coming out. That court paper that you've seen taped to the wall, that was my court paper from today, where over my arrest a couple of months ago on urban camping and then paraphernalia, they'd had me banned from the area in which I was flying my sign at, which as many of you folks in North Scottsdale know, that was Frank Lloyd Wright and the 101. I've been working over there, flying my sign, as you call it, for almost a year now. And part of this arrest that they arrested me on, they banned me from going over there, so I haven't been allowed to go over there. And the court we went to today was my 5th appearance in less than 30 days in Scottsdale Court. I've been in front of 3 judges, some different things. And today the judge and the prosecutor both sided with me, as well as my attorney. They lifted the ban, so now I'm allowed to go back over there. When they put that on, I showed up over there on December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas, and I was talking to a buddy of mine there under the bridge, and boom, 2 Scottsdale police cars swooped into the gravel. Jerry, get on the ground, you're under arrest. You're under arrest for violating a court order, violating probation, and they were fixing to take me to jail right on the spot. I'm like, what's this about? They said, well, you signed a plea agreement that says you're banned from Frank Lloyd Wright and the 101. I said, no way. I've never had an issue over there. The police know me over there. They know that during the time I've been there, myself and others that go there have tried to help clean the place up and put a positive spin on the things that we're doing there. I don't know if anyone that goes by there notices, but we've cleaned a lot of trash up, cigarette butts, hundreds of them, thousands, needles. I picked it all up over there. And I do this because I know that those people that come by and help me over there, their children walk through there when they get off of school, and they don't need to be having things out here like dirty used needles that they can be hurt on. So I pick them up and get rid of them everywhere I go. The police know this about me. All my friends know this about me. Everyone knows this about me. So I haven't been able to go there since before the middle of December. It's now January 16th. Those that know me know that when I worked over there last January, that right out there in the median where I made my video at, breaking the law, flying my sign, I met Alice Cooper. He stopped by, gave me $1 right there, and we got to talk for 4 or 5 minutes, and it was amazing. But the reason I'm over there doing what I'm doing is because of this documentary and the truths that have to be known. When I tell people that, and many of you have seen, or quite a few of you have seen the signs I've put up over there. You've seen some of the signs I put up right after they've arrested me, saying that they arrested me and cost me an opportunity to get a place to live, where I was in and that was for this arrest here, which was urban camping behind a vacant property over there, and then paraphernalia charge for a pot pipe. Anybody that doesn't know it, I smoke pot. I have all my life. I have my card. If there's any of the police left that don't know it, any of the people in the valley that don't know it, or any in the YouTube world out there that don't know it, I smoke pot. I have my card. I didn't have it at the time, so they keep throwing these paraphernalia charges on me. That's what I got the card for. So they've arrested me from everything from urinating in public to criminal littering for throwing a cigarette butt in a storm drain, then urban camping, then paraphernalia, litany of charges. And I can show you right now about 2 inches of paperwork, 4 judges in Scottsdale, and numerous court appointments over hearing after hearing after hearing over the last year and a half that I think can make a pretty strong case for harassment at this point. I'm not saying harassment, but I'll show you the documents and you be the judge. They know I'm indigent, that I'm homeless out here, and my only means of income is flying the sign that I do. They know that I'm not part of the heroin epidemic, that I'm against the heroin epidemic. I speak about this in every single one of my videos, and you're going to see more. What you got to understand here is that while the Scottsdale PD is doing a good job of arresting me for loitering, for being ugly on premises, for trespassing, littering, whatever, there's bigger, more important things going on. And what I'm talking about, I told the judge and the prosecutor and my attorney about today. What I'm talking about is the murder of homeless people that are happening very, very, very close to right there where I fly my sign. I mean right out there in the desert. And what am I talking about? I know of 5 people that have been murdered over there in the last 5 to 6 months. I don't know the identities of several of them yet. One of them I do know, and he was a friend of mine that many of us loved. His name, we called him Guitar Bob. He sang and played the guitar. He drank. He was an alcoholic. He drank way more than what was good for you. But they found him dead with a needle in his arm and needles all over the ground, and ruled him as dead of an accidental heroin overdose. Well, those of us who know him, and I mean me, and I can probably bring you 100 people that know him in the valley, we all know one thing, that he was an alcoholic, that he never used intravenous drugs of any kind. He never used meth, he never used heroin, not even once. My friend Guitar Bob was pinned down and killed with a shot of heroin. Somebody murdered him, but the police have it listed as an accidental heroin overdose. Well, on the surface it might appear that way, but those of us who knew him know that that's not the case, that he never did that, and that it was murder. That's one of the 5. Another one, 4 men and 1 woman, as I understand it. The woman, I believe, was bludgeoned to death. The first one of these that I knew about was a dead person that my friend came across out in the desert. Found him murdered. He had obviously been forced out there and was shot through the head, had his head blown off. My friend who stumbled upon this alerted the authorities. They spotted him with a helicopter, came out, picked up the remains. You've heard me say in my first 2 videos that I'm going to take you out into the deserts. I told you in that video right there at Frank Lloyd Wright and the 101 that the deserts surrounding there are full of many people, some alive and some dead. The one that my friend found out there had been out there for a very long time. He said their skin was almost gone, and you hear me say in my videos that nobody's even caring to look for these who've been dead and gone out here for so many years, and most of the time when they're found, it's by the other homeless people who are traveling through the area. On my next segment in this series, The Trail of Tears, the real truth about being homeless in Arizona, I'm going to be coming to you from a long ways out in the middle of the desert. The location is going to be completely secret. No one will know where this is at. And you're going to meet one of my friends. You're going to meet him. When you look at the 2 short videos, when you look up AZ Homeless Project on YouTube and you see my 4 videos that are on there, the 2 short ones that are there, they're very hard to watch because the police were messing with my friend under the bridge and I started videotaping it. I was outside in the sun, they were in the shade. My phone was messing up. I didn't know what anyone could see or not see, but they're very hard to watch, but it's the narration that you need to listen to. They were going to arrest my friend on some fake charges, and when they saw me videotaping, they turned him loose because they knew that those charges were baseless and that they were basically going to pin a case on him. You're going to meet this man. Those videos were taken a year and a half ago in August of 2017. This is now January 16th of 2019. And the person I was referring to in those videos that you can't see, he's the one whom you're going to meet. And he's the one who found the person with their brains blown out there in the desert and had to report it. And he also found out of one who was murdered and dumped on the property of a corporation over there known as, I think, Henkel. They're right on the corner of Scottsdale Road and the 101. Big technology or satellite company. They do something that's high-tech. I don't really know what. But one person was dumped there. We don't know the cause of death. 2 people were listed as accidental heroin overdose, even though one of them was bludgeoned to death, the woman, and the other one being our friend Guitar Bob. The 5th one, I'm unsure of the details about. In this next video, you're going to meet my friends, and just as you see, I do not hide my face. I'm not running from anyone. You know exactly who I am in these videos. You're going to meet my friend, and who is my source on this information I'm giving you. And I will let him tell you the stories, and you will know as much as I do. My point or message to the Scottsdale PD and their continuous arrests of me for not really doing anything, my point is just simply that, listen, I get it. And I've sucked it up, and I've been a man, I'm taking your punches and all this horse shit, and I'm living within the law. You know me, you know I'm not a thief, you know I live by my word that honor means something to me. I may not have clean hands, but I have a clean heart, you know it. Hey, I get it that you gotta, arresting is the only solution that the police have for anything. I get that, but while they're busy arresting me for urinating in public or throwing a cigarette down, people are being murdered out here, and my question would be, what are you doing about that? We know what you're doing about Guitar Bob, listed as accidental heroin overdose, end of subject. We know that's not right. And, justice needs served. And people are preying on homeless, and you've heard me say this in my videos, that people are any maniac going down the road, psychopath, serial killer, anybody that wants to shoot people for target practice picks on the homeless because nobody misses them, nobody looks for them, and nobody investigates anything. Well, it's going to surprise you when you meet Harley, and like me, you're going to see that this man's telling you the truth. And